guy who put friendship back into your friendly and helpful neighborhood Spider-Man. You know who we're talking about? It's Tom Holland, of course. His cute smile, charming personality, and incredible web-slinging abilities made us all go gaga over him as soon as he graced our silver screens. He can also sing and dance. If you have any doubts about this, check out his lip-sync battle and get ready to have your minds blown. Not to mention, he is the boyfriend of our universal crush, Zendaya. If there was an award for being the best and the most adorable boyfriend, we have no doubt that Tom would go home with the crown. Recently, Zendaya had something to say about Tom's role as Spider-Man and why she's in love with him as our all-time favorite hero. Want to know what that is? Well, listen up. Hey all, welcome back to our channel where we give you interesting tidbits from our favorite celebrities' lives. If you're new here, check out our previous videos. If you love this video, make sure to give us a like, share, and click the bell icon for receiving regular notifications. We know that all of you are bouncing off the walls, eager to know more about our queen Zendaya, so we won't wait any longer. Let's dive right in. All of us know Zendaya made her debut as MJ in Spider-Man: Homecoming. It didn't take her much time to become a fan favorite. Her unique take on MJ's character became widely accepted among the Marvel audiences, and it won her international fame. Ever since, her role in the MCU has expanded in the 2 sequels. We know that Zendaya has a special affinity towards Spider-Man, but it turns out that Tom acting as Spider-Man isn't the only reason. She said in a recent interview that she actually relates to Peter Parker, namely because of the fame she's experienced since she was a child actor on Disney. How is that? Well, she said, "I've always been a fan of Spider-Man. He's always been my favorite superhero, because I think that at the end of the day, he's just a kid who has to live this double life. In many ways, I can relate to that, having started in the industry so early. It's really like, I'm just a kid, I'm just figuring it out as I go, but also having this other extraordinary, crazy life simultaneously. So I've always connected to Peter Parker in that way, and I think everyone can." Yeah, she has got a point. Zendaya has been a public figure since she was a very young actress, so she has a unique perspective on the double life that Peter Parker typically leads throughout the Spider-Man movies. And that double life definitely came to a head on the big screen during No Way Home, which showed the world finding out about Peter's superhero identity. It is kind of sad that celebrities have to lead a double life. Although fame sounds really good, it is instances like this that make us question whether fame is really as great as we think it is. Anyway, we also know another reason why Zendaya might love Spider-Man. Something more lighthearted. Well, have you seen Tom in the tight Spider-Man suit? One thing we know for sure is that he definitely works out. You're drooling, aren't you? Don't worry, all of us are too. We're sure that Zendaya won't have any problems with that. I mean, she gets to see him every day, looking fine as hell. She is one lucky lady. Zendaya is not shy to publicly declare her love for Tom. She called Tom Holland "my Spider-Man" in an adorable Instagram post that showed him as a kid wearing the superhero costume. "I'm so proud of you," she captioned the picture. "Some things never change, and that's a good thing." Yeah, we know, right? Tom looked just as good back then as he does now. Want to know about how the cute little Spider-Man fan grew up to be Spider-Man himself and capture all of our hearts? Tom Holland was born in Britain to comedian Dominic Holland and author and professional photographer Nikki Holland. He has a pretty big family. He's the oldest of 4 children. The Holland family also includes an adorable dog named Tessa. Seems like Tessa is his best friend because she's accompanied Tom during some interviews and on red carpets. He also posts photos of her on his Instagram. If you've seen Tom's iconic stunts in the Spider-Man movies and wondered how he moves so gracefully, here's your answer. As a kid, he took dance classes and credits his interest to the iconic performer Janet Jackson. Tom dabbled in the film industry at a really young age. He made his debut as the titular character in Billy Elliot the Musical. Since he took dance classes as a kid, it's no wonder he pursued a career in theater. In 2012, he starred in the movie The Impossible. It was during this time that the first Avengers movie was released. Back then, there was no way that he thought he would act in one of the Avengers films. Life works in mysterious ways, right? Turns out that he was a big fan of Spider-Man long before being cast for the role. "I reckon I had 30 Spider-Man costumes over the years since I was a little baby," he once said. "I had Spider-Man bedsheets. 2 years ago, I went to a fancy dress party dressed as Spider-Man and looked like an absolute idiot." We aren't that sure about looking like an idiot. I mean, the photos posted by Zendaya are proof enough. We're sure he was quite the heartbreaker growing up. Before joining the MCU, Holland actually knew Chris Hemsworth from a film they worked on together. He played Thomas Nickerson, and Hemsworth portrayed Owen Chase in the 2015 drama In the Heart of the Sea. In an interview, Chris said that he did what he could to help Holland nab the Spider-Man role. "It seems like they have a great friendship and a mutual respect. We're so glad that Tom has Chris by his side to help him out." Turns out that the Spider-Man audition wasn't a walk in the park. It makes sense because Spider-Man is one of the most beloved superheroes. Marvel Studios can't take a risk by hiring just anyone to play the part. They had to make sure that the guy was the best of the best, and Tom definitely was the best choice. The audition process took a total of 5.5 months. Holland said that he attended auditions in Ireland, Canada, Atlanta, and Los Angeles. The Avengers Civil War directors Anthony Russo and Joe Russo and Chris Evans said that Holland had the edge because of his prior experience as a gymnast. In the script, Spider-Man flipped in a scene, and Holland offered to do that during the audition. Marvel doesn't want to see this kid break his neck, so everyone from the studio was like, don't, and Joe just started salivating. "Just do it," Chris Evans said. And he did it, and stuck it.
Spider-Man flips in to the scene. So I read with a couple guys, and then Tom was the last one to go. And Tom said before they rolled, he was like, "Do you want me to flip in?" And everyone from Marvel said no, like they don't want him to get hurt. And the Russos were like, "Yes!" And sure enough, this kid just absolutely Spider-Man'd into the scene.
However, Holland came to know that he landed the role through a non-traditional path: Instagram. His brother Harry was skeptical because it had been 6 weeks since Holland's last audition. He also suggested that Sony got hacked. But then Marvel president Kevin Feige called Holland and confirmed that he got the part. Following versions that were led by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, Holland became the youngest actor to be cast in the role. Several other actors like Asa Butterfield, Charlie Rowe, and Matthew Lintz were also considered for the part. Even the Little Women star Timothée Chalamet also auditioned to play Peter Parker. We're glad that no one else won the part, because we can't imagine anyone else playing the part of the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Tom finally put his dance skills to good use when he competed against Zendaya and blew away fans by lip-syncing Rihanna's Umbrella on The Spike Show. The start of his routine reminded people of his theater roots, as he wore a suit and hat and twirled an umbrella as Singing in the Rain played. Then he dressed in drag and danced as water poured down. "I get more compliments on the lip sync battle than I do for any of my actual work, ever, to the point where now I'm over it," he once said. I mean, how could people not compliment him? He absolutely slayed his part. Although Tom is an excellent actor, he has a history of spoiling major plot points. This is quite a big deal, considering that Marvel tries to keep movie details under wraps. His Avengers co-stars have also deemed him the least trustworthy cast member. In the past, Holland spoiled Infinity War for theater of excited fans. Co-star Benedict Cumberbatch also said that doing interviews with Tom feels like chaperoning. Previously, the Russo brothers said that they didn't give Holland a script for Endgame because he can't be trusted with Marvel secrets. Tom Holland gets his lines, and that's it, the Russo brothers said. He doesn't even know who he's acting opposite of. We use very vague terms to describe to him what is happening in the scene because he has a very difficult time keeping his mouth shut. But that's adorable, isn't it? Although Tom is famous, he never lets his fame get to his head. He's also used his fame to help others through an organization called the Brothers Trust. This charitable organization was founded by his parents in 2017. The Brothers Trust has raised money for charities they support through raffles that give fans the chance to attend private screenings, meet the actor, and even visit the Far From Home film set. He surely has a heart of gold. What a great man. We can't think of anyone better to play the role of the web-slinger. May he win more awards and capture many more hearts. we're sure that Zendaya will be by his side through everything. That was a lot, wasn't it? What did you think of this video? Do you agree with what Zendaya said? Who, according to you, is the best Spider-Man ever? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back soon with a new video. Until then, adios.
Alright, that is it. Thank you so much for all of your questions. I appreciate all of you, and I stalk all of you guys on Twitter and stuff, so I already know who you are.